Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Bodner, the director of Illumina East, and the theme that I chose for the month of April is integrity. Who are you behind closed doors is really the question that we are all starting to grapple with right now. Usually in our daily lives, we go from place to place, and whether you have a job outside of the home or you just go outside to specific places for specific activities, we're generally used to compartmentalizing ourselves, that we can be one person here and another person here, and all of these little different split personalities are now being combined under one roof of our home. And maybe it doesn't feel like that's one of the challenges that you're going through, but right now we have so many coping mechanisms that take us away from our center. And when you're under stress, when you're going through some sort of trauma, which this is, these coping mechanisms come up and they present themselves in a much bigger way, and there's really no escaping them because we're stuck within the confines of our homes. And even if you love your home or you live with someone that you wish you didn't, it doesn't matter. We're all going through the same challenge. And there's many different ways in which this shows up. So we have an opportunity now to really dive into the ways in which we respond, the ways in which we react, and have to rely upon something deeper than just our coping mechanisms. We have to have enough compassion and enough strength and self-awareness in order to examine the ways that we are handling this situation in order to evolve. And it's not about getting something perfect. It's not getting on some sort of, it's not becoming some sort of rules Nazi and all of a sudden following this strict guideline for the way that we should live our life. But really finding enough softness and enough space to know that we're all struggling right now in a multitude of different ways. And the other thing to be able to examine right now is the ways in which we deal with our own feelings with integrity. And what I mean by that is when you notice that you are triggered by something, you're having feelings of anxiety or fear or indecision about the way that you should handle something, how you're dealing with that. Are you reaching out to someone because you want to know that you're not alone in those feelings? A long time ago, I was in a class and we were doing this rather interesting meditation, but our eyes were slightly open. And as soon as we started, the woman behind me all of a sudden took her phone out and she started snapping pictures of the class. And then she got on her hands and knees and crawled around alongside me and started taking pictures of me. And then she stopped and started doing the meditation a little bit. And I was all noticing this out of the corner of my eye as I'm continuing to do the meditation. And I started to get really frustrated and angry. Like, why is she doing this? How dare she? She's disrespecting me, all of this stuff. And then she kept going back and forth between taking more pictures of me and a video and then doing a little bit of the meditation. And then she was bothering her friend that was next to her and was laughing with her friend. And they were having this little moment. And all of these thoughts kept coming into my head around, I have to tell her she's wrong and I have to throw her phone across the room, and why isn't the teacher doing anything, and why isn't this? And finally, thank God, was one of these moments where I didn't react in a way that felt out of alignment with myself, because my last thought was, why would I spoil this place that I'm in, this place of steadiness, this place of peace within inside of myself that I'm continuing to cultivate while doing this meditation, not because of the meditation, but because I chose to focus on that. And if she's going to take a picture of me, I want her to remember me as the person that could be inspired by my level of steadiness, my level of commitment, rather than the person who yelled at her and threw her phone across the room, which, you know, sometimes it feels like that's the right choice to make. So it's someone like that who feels uncomfortable and wants other people to feel uncomfortable, or to know that other people feel uncomfortable alongside with her, so she has company. Or being the person that is able to recognize when we feel uncomfortable, and how do we handle that. being able to reach out to someone is a really valuable tool, but it's not so that they feel the same way we do and try to convince them of that. But being in integrity means owning the way that you feel and reaching out to someone and saying, hey, I'm reaching out to you right now because I'm really anxious or nervous. And not trying to tell them all of the ways why we feel that way, but simply holding the space so that we can talk through it in a more elevated way. And that's really what it means to own the way that you feel. And that creates integrity because you're not spilling that out onto someone else. And then they can really be of more service to you rather than feeling like all of a sudden now you're both pulled under the water. So this month, the meditation that I really recommend taking on is it's a 7.5-minute meditation. It's a breath meditation, which is going to basically restart your nervous system so that when you're feeling anxiety or stress or whatever is coming up for you, you can excuse yourself for literally 7.5 minutes, and this breath practice is going to completely shift your perception of things. So, sitting up very, very tall, bring your palms together, rub them in front of your heart for a moment. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale completely. And tuning in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo, calling upon yourself as your own teacher, your own guide. You have the tools inside of you. Just activating them, aligning with your integrity. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. So bring your fingertips together like you were holding a globe and close your eyes so that they're 1/10 open. And take a deep breath in through your nose and 8 short puffs out through your mouth like you were blowing out of a straw. And continuing, inhale through the nose. 8 breaths. Last 60 seconds. Last time. Now inhale deeply. Let the eyes close and hold the breath. Hold as best you can. If you start to get lightheaded and you need to exhale, let yourself exhale, but hold the breath as long as you can. Last few seconds, if you can. And exhale. Inhale deeply. Once again, hold the breath. Soften the shoulders. Soften the jaw. And exhale, bringing the palms together in front of your heart. Breathe deeply. Exhale completely. Just feel the space you've created. Your connection to the steadiest, most stable part of yourself. A container with which to feel all things moving through you, all thoughts moving through you, all possibilities moving through you. To handle things from an elevated perspective. Space of compassion, kindness, loving presence. Feeling that for yourself, for all beings everywhere, all suffering that's happening everywhere. And the sound of a long sat, short nam, inhale. Sat nam.